Yes, and welcome back to Normski TV and the What's Going On podcast. Welcome back to everybody. Another week, another weekend, another day. Lots to discuss. So much to discuss. So I've got my two padrins in the green room waiting to come on. And like to just say, if you're new to the channel for the first time, please hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and just share it as to many people as you can. As I said, on the road to 250, and next journey after that is 300. And so we have got a lot to discuss. There's games on tonight, and I know Tottenham will be playing tonight. So hopefully Southampton will do the business against them. I hope. But listen, we are going to be talking all things football. And there's so much to discuss, so much in the news that's happened this week. Please join me, join the community. We are going to talk together. We're going to chat together and discuss all things football. So at this moment in time, I'm going to add Mr. D and Mr. Chili. Boys, how you doing? Welcome back to the What's Going On podcast. How you all doing? First of all, Big D running another new top.
No, it's not a new top, man. Look at that. A Chevrolet. What's wrong with you? Yeah.
You know how to get that. You know how to get that one in. Yeah, you know how to get that one in. It's good to have you back on the show. Another week, another day, and we are going to be talking football. But first of all, big up, yes, Mr. Sentiments, how you doing? Welcome to the chat. Big up to Jay, welcome to the chat. I'm sure there's going to be more people joining us. But listen, D, I'm going to ask you the question. How you doing?
Me, I'm doing well, Norman. A bit of a juggling day, because I work, as you know, through the night into early hours, and then woke up. And I'm actually doing a cake order, so I got cakes in the oven. So Sheila's going to monitor that for me now because I'm on air. So yeah, and then work tonight.
Man's running the cake order. What?
I try not to because it's a lot of pressure. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
but it's a good friend. It's her birthday this month, so she asked me. So I said, okay. Is that taking over from your mum? Your mum's genes? Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, that's the thing. As you know.
Big up, Craig. How you doing, mate? Yeah. Craig, say hello to the panel.
Yes, Craig. Big up yourself, man.
Yeah.
We're here, Norman. We're here, man.
Yeah, good.
Big up, Craig.
Mr. Chili, what are you saying, brother?
Yo. Yeah, good, man. I feel kind of tired, but I'm good. The football's coming on.
Yeah. Tired of watching Tottenham, yeah?
Never.
But yeah, it's good to have it on. But yeah, it's been an interesting week. So many things going on the pitch, off the pitch. You know, we are here to discuss the weekend review. So our topics this week is the FA Cup weekend review. We're going to look at the AFCON in brief. Senegal winning it for the first time. Ralph at it again. And is it just another storm in a teacup? And I've got this other one. What's with the football world? Do they think they're above the law? Yeah. And Sentiments has just put in there Zuma. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah. And also we've got the drop. Who is likely to drop this season? Oh, right. Yes, I would like to wish Tiana, if I pronounce that right, a happy 10th birthday. So big up from the guys. Happy 10th birthday to Tiana. Okay?
Yeah, birthday, Tiana.
Enjoy your day. Don't eat too much and make sure you get lots of presents from your dad. No pressure. No pressure. All right, Junior, what you saying, man? What you say? I can't stay on going to a rehearsal, but watch for a few minutes. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah,
man. Big up yourself, man.
Mr. Junior, banging away those drums as usual. Yeah. And what we got here? Leicester fans throwing hands. Yeah. Listen, man. Listen. Happy birthday. So we're getting some well wishes for Tiana. Happy birthday to Tiana. But we are going to get straight into the show, guys. And we are going to be looking at the FA Cup weekend. And let's start off, first of all, with the mundane stuff. When I say the mundane stuff, you know what I'm talking about. FA Cup 4th round weekend. And we'll start off with West Ham against Kidderminster. Away to Kidderminster. Club, I don't think they're even in the Football League. And, you know, West Ham nearly got knocked out, winning 2-1. And who got the goal? Who got the goal in the last minute? I can't even remember who got the goal in the last minute. I think it was Gerard Bowen. Got the goal in extra time.
Bowen.
It could have gone to penalties. It could have gone to penalties. But Gerard Bowen steps up. I feel sorry for Kidderminster, but that could have been a big, massive, giant killing there.
Yeah, it was criminal to watch them.
Right.
I thought, guys, you're there. You know what I mean? It was mad. I couldn't even believe it when West Ham equalized. I'm like,
yeah.
And I think that was it. I think that knocked the stuffing out of them because they were literally over the line. I mean, it was like, goodness, yeah, I'm gutted for them.
Yeah,
and they were up for it. They really were up for it. And
they gave a good account of themselves. I was listening to it on the radio, so I didn't even actually watch the game. I was listening on the radio, and I was actually enough. I was finding I was watching another watch along of some West Ham. I can't remember the name of the channel. They were losing it, mate, big time. They were proper losing it, big time. But yeah, look, they go through 2-1, and they're through to the 5th round. And then also Chelsea, Plymouth. Now, I think there was a penalty in that game that could have took it to extra time. Kepa saved a penalty. And I'm just wondering whether did Plymouth Argyle score first?
Boy,
I think did Plymouth Argyle score first? I'm sure of it, or was it? Or did they equalize? I can't remember. But they gave them a good game. But in the end, Chelsea run out winners. As I said, it was just difficult to try and watch all the games. It was just difficult. I think Plymouth Argyle scored first.
Busy weekend, yeah.
Yeah, Plymouth Argyle scored first. Yeah, they scored first, mate. So listen, they gave almost gave Chelsea a run for their money. Well done, Zuba got his cat took off him from the RSPCA. Yeah, I was reading that earlier on. Absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Absolutely ridiculous. That's a madness, but we will come and talk about that. So Chelsea go through. They had Stoke City against Wigan. They win that 2-0. Southampton beating Coventry 2-1. Peterborough, QPR 2-0 to Peterborough. Man City, again, Fulham scored first, but at the end of the day, Man City run out winners 4-1. And then Huddersfield winning 1-0 against Barnsley. And then we thought we had a bit of a manager bounce from Everton, beating Brentford 4-1. The manager bounce with Lampard coming in. You're thinking, oh, have they now turned, the corner? Latoya is also saying happy birthday. Just want to say one thing here. I'm going to call her out now, live on TV. Latoya, I spoke to Latoya today on the phone, and this one is at you, Big D, yeah?
Okay.
This one is at you. She says, where's your Kleenex?
Where's my Kleenex? What, my head?
Where's your Kleenex tissues? Where's your Kleenex tissues? Yeah, she's asking, where's your Kleenex tissues?
Wow. Well,
what's she talking about?
Wow, she's talking about the FA Cup, isn't she? I mean, I can't even. All I can say is that we've become a team of 45 minutes. We're literally a 45-minute team, aren't we? And
it's looking that way.
Mentality-wise, you gotta question everything with that squad right now. You really do. And it's a split squad. You can see that as well. You know, the whole thing's murky. I mean, whoever comes in management wise in the summer, I mean, they've got their work cut out because you've got half a squad now that don't want to be there. So, and you have to remember these guys that have gone on loan are all coming back. There's no buying options there. They're all going to come back in the summer. So,
I mean, it's going to be a massive job for whoever does come in and take over. I mean, there's talk of the guy from Ajax coming.
Ten Hag,
I mean, boy, does he want to walk into this kind of situation?
Good manager.
You know what I mean? You know.
The thing is, though, man, if he's got any sense about him, he's going to write a lot of things into that contract.
Yeah.
He's going to have to. His agent's going to have to put a lot of things into the contract for him to come, and that means, right, I got a 2 million kitty for the summer, no questions asked, and I can get rid of who I want to get rid of and bring in who I need to get rid. And I mean, if he comes in with his hands behind his back and gets thrown a bone, they're going to throw him under the bus because this season, when you replace the interim with the interim, you're writing the season off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you fire Ollie and you have an interim, and then you replace the interim with an interim. What's the point of that?
Yeah.
That's telling me they just wrote the season off when they did that move. And then nothing in the January transfer window. He needed a CDM, and he didn't get one. And you let Martial and Donny go through the door one. The old Greenwood singers we know. I just think I don't know what they're doing, Norms.
It is a bit of a. It is a bit of a mess. And the thing about that game, literally, you could have been 3-4-0 up. Do you know what I mean? In the first half, and because you didn't take your chances. You know, listen, the goal. I'm going to ask you about the goal. Obviously, it's controversial. It didn't get chalked off. If that was outside the box, would that have been given as a handball? What are your thoughts on that?
That's the thing. You're right, Norm. It would have been given as a handball if it was outside the box. There's so many thin lines, so many blurred lines, should I say? The lines, not only are they thin, they're blurred. And the VIR, and I mean, I think the whole league has to get together and redo them rulings for sure, because the whole thing is criminal. Yeah. And the money within the sport, you can't afford for those things to be. You know what I mean? People. Because what will happen is it will start to lose a fan base. People won't take the sport seriously. Yeah. And because it will feel like certain clubs get away with things because of the stature of the club and the history or whatever. And the whole thing just murky. It's horrible to watch now.
I mean, would you put it down? I mean, listen. You lost the game, but. Well, I suppose the question I'm asking is that would it be down to that handball why you think the game changed, or do you think you would have probably? I mean, look, with the amount of chances that you had, you should have won that game.
And that's really it, Norm. I can't use one incident anymore with us, because if you've been watching under Ralph, bar maybe 1 or 2 games, we've created a lot, and so you got to say those getting paid the money to score goals. You got to bring your shooting boots, mate. Simple. And it might sound very cliche, but on the money you're on, you shouldn't be having 5 chances, 6 chances to score 1.
Yeah, and
when you're on 200, you're 200 and plus.
Ronaldo missing a penalty. What about the open goal for Bruno?
Bruno, I know. That's what I'm saying. The money you're on, I don't want to see that, man. Go to work and do your job. Finish your dinner. You know the ones. And I'm frustrated, but you know what? I can't let United, as much as I love them, you can't bring me down mentally, because that's what will happen. You'll start taking it personally. And the mere fact is, I'm not earning 250k a week. You know the ones. So why am I getting my feelings every time these guys go on the pitch and do not perform? Overrated. And you watch, if they change the system to performance-related pay, and cap the salary like the Americans do, and start doing performance bonuses and all that, and watch how people start to be a bit more diligent in what they're doing, because their back pocket depends on it. But if the money's easy come, I mean, something happens and we'll find him 2 weeks' wages. Come on, man, 2 weeks' wages. I mean, how about a year's wages? You know the ones.
Yeah.
Make them feel it.
I mean, talking about fines, and we will come on to that. £250,000 is being fined by his club for, playing football with his cat.
It's 25 quid, no.
And I was talking to someone that said, if somebody's on 25 grand a year, it's going to take them 10 years to earn what that guy's been fined, 250 grand. You take players like Aubameyang, who's obviously gone to Barcelona on 350k a week. You couldn't earn that money. That's in a week, man. It's mad.
You have to look at it like, for them, that's 250 quid for them. That's it. I'll be farming 250 quid for kicking my cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, pay him. You can't take it seriously, can you?
Madness. And just before, Chili, you're freezing. I wonder if you're able to change to your phone because you are freezing, man. So if you could come out and come back in on your phone. If you could come out and come back in your phone, I'll let you in, yeah? Because you're sitting freeze. I need to get you into the conversation. Yeah, so whilst Chili is sorting that out, just this thing from Sentiment, it goes, looks like all the good players want to leave and all the media, which is basically the mediocre players, and players technically unsecure players want to stay. I mean, is that something that you see, D?
Well, yeah, because you have to look at it in a sense of, at one point, none of the technical players, hey Kay, how you doing? None of the technical players were getting picked. They're all on the bench. And so, your Sancho is obviously Pogba was injured. So you look at that and you say, we actually can't accommodate our technical players. And if you want players that pass and move and create space and able to break down low blocks, which a lot of teams will play against us because they know that we struggle to break down teams in a low block. Just two banks of four, and we're screwed. We're frustrating ourselves, and we may sneak a 1-0. And teams know that. So I look at it and I just say,
do you know what? Just quickly, I was
looking at new direction.
Yeah, I was just looking at your goalkeeper. He has made the highest amount of saves in the Premier League. I mean, I'm saying the amount of shots that your side is conceding, 84. I mean, like something like that. That's the figure I saw. Literally, I was like, wow. But you're not scoring enough goals the other end. Do you know what I mean? I think under Ollie, you scored more goals than you are under Ten Hag.
Yeah, probably. And
you think about it.
Yeah, and it looks like Ralph tried to implement what he tried to implement, as in the way he wanted to play, and he's like just giving up to the summer as to say, you know what, let me just get a quick fix here because these guys, one, maybe are not intelligent enough to play that system. Two, I say every week, nowhere near fit enough still. Yeah, and so rather than Ralph tarnish himself, he just said, right, let's go to a system that they can play, and hopefully we can finish in the final third. Because even Liv and I was watching it, and okay, we had 2 disallowed, but the game should have been over before. Without those 2 disallowed, we should never have. Yeah. We just think, man. I remember I said to you last week, we win these 2 games in hand, and we put pressure on Chelsea.
Exactly.
And what do we do?
Just go you bottle it again.
Bottom of the table. The table doesn't lie. Forget about how many games they got in hand. They're still bottom until they win them games in hand. Yeah. And so you're bottom of the table, Burnley, who sit in a low back and try and bully the central defenders. I mean, you saw
listen.
He was getting bugged off yesterday, wasn't he?
Oh, God. Mistake for me, what? How on earth is that guy? You might as well got Lindelof back in the side because that guy was at fault with that goal. I mean, in his post-match, he said, "Oh, I didn't want to. Oh, because I was the last man. I thought I'd leave it to De Gea to sort out because I didn't want to foul him because I would end up getting sent off." I'm like, man.
And this is our club captain.
You know, Rodrigo, who hasn't scored since how long? Yeah. Right. And Rodrigo's not the quickest player either. Do you know what I mean?
So you ask yourself, Norman, how is he our club captain? How does he inspire the rest of the team when, I mean, man, this man can't turn. I mean, this man turns like a tank. You know what I mean? If the ball comes over his head, you watch him turn. You just think he's already beaten. Just the way he turns is already beaten. Because he doesn't have the mobility to play that role. People say, he can bring the ball out, D. That's nothing. That's it. You're club captain because you can dribble the ball out from the goalkeeper. I'm like, nah, brother.
You guys got robbed, man. You guys got proper robbed, mate. Proper.
You might as well play Phil Jones, Phil.
Because he played. I mean, when he came back for that game,
Phil.
yeah, when he came back for that game, he was brilliant. He was absolutely brilliant.
And I know because he hasn't had much game time, you got to be mindful of not injuring him. But at this moment, I'd just stick him with Varane. I really would. If you don't want to play Lindelof, then you got Phil Jones there, man. And this captain's armband is putting Harry on the pitch. Yeah. I mean, someone called him Harry Hill the other day with a wig on. You know what I mean? And I thought, Harry Hill, the comedian. With a wig. And it's just like, I can't take this guy seriously right now as a club captain.
Yeah.
And every time he makes a mistake, there's an excuse why he made the mistake, rather than putting your hands up and saying, yeah, this one's on me, lads. So I think the changing room no longer respects Harry Maguire because they know he's getting picked because of the armband rather than what he brings to the team.
And it was like when that goal went in, it's like their heads just dropped because up to that point you guys were playing really well. But second half, I mean, it was like 2 halves. Yeah. Again, first half you guys were doing the business and whatever. Second half, that Burnley have come back out because I was watching that game. I was trying to watch another game, so I was trying to get a kind of sense of like I was watching for the West Ham game, so I was kind of flitting between that game, the Man United game, and then the Everton game against Newcastle away. So it's kind of mad, but we will touch on them when it comes to talking about the drop and stuff like that, and with Lampard as well. Craig Molly has said, "Do you think Ronaldo's finished, or is it his legs gone?" It's a question to both of you guys. Watching him, let's come to you, Chili, and then come back to you, D. Do you think Ronaldo's is finished or his legs have gone? What are your thoughts on that, Chill?
Yeah, I think at the very top level, he's done now. He's just getting old. Father time catches up with everybody. So, yeah, I think I think after Man U, if he doesn't retire, the next team will be a step down, something like Arsenal.
Do you know what? I just got. You know what? You know what? I nearly caught myself there. No, sorry. I was just scratching my head. I wasn't nodding to that, you joker. Yeah, you got me. Don't worry, man. I'm coming for you, bro. Yeah, I knew this man would say that, But no, I mean, the guy. I mean, D. Again, your thoughts on that with Ronaldo?
Chili's pretty much on point with that. Even before he came to us, he'd become a tapping merchant. And if he's not getting the service in the box, then he's not offering you much. I mean, even when he drops deep, he just gets in the way. So, it's a little bit, and so I look at it and say, should he have come back? And maybe not. And not in a nasty way, but because at 37, he is a unique human being, physically, you know what I mean, for 37-year-old. But at this level now, you've got to do more than just be in the box tapping in. And because you're going up at the other players as well, the whole unbalance of the team is like, it's mad. And so I just think, it may prove me wrong in the second half of the season, but I just don't see it at the moment. He's a frustrated figure out there. And I think Ralph is seeing that because he had him on the bench to start with. Yeah. And Cavani don't want to be there. And I think that's probably what really wound him up. He knows Cavani doesn't want to be there, yet Cavani started over him. So you look at that, when he comes on, he's already peed off. Because he's like, yo, this man don't want to be here. I want to be here, and you're starting him over me. And be honest, Cavani's been trash as well. Not been horrible. He's been horrible to watch. Yeah. And so you got two geriatrics, for about use of a word, up front, and we're trying to get fourth spot. It don't work like that, does it? And I know we're not going to be talking about top four, but he was quite. I mean, last week he was quite animated about the whole point of look, man. We only need to win this game, and we're back in it. Yeah.
I mean, really,
because I looked at the fixtures now, and the fixtures bottom Burnley, go to Burnley and slap them 3-0 at half time and make the subs, mate. That's my thinking. You know what I mean? Like I'm not thinking I'm going to go to Burnley and struggle because they're bottom of the table for a reason. The table don't lie. You know what I mean? They've been shipping in goals as well. So you go there and you just go at them in the first half. You get a 2-goal 3-0. Then you I don't know, man. It's mad. I don't know.
Yeah. It's exactly my sentiments. Exactly my sentiment. FC. That's to you, Chili. Yeah, read that one for you. Yeah, you live rent free in our heads. Yeah, we're the king of the north. Yeah. Just know that, bro. But while there, just quickly, just run through the couple more fixtures. Norwich going to Wolves, beating them 1-0. Norwich are on a little bit of a form right now. Do you know what I mean? They're doing quite well.
Because before Christmas, I tipped them to be gone.
Yeah,
but it looks like they're scrambling, man. They're putting some wins together, and if they keep sneaking in 1-0 wins, they'll pull themselves out of it.
Yeah, I mean Dean Smith. Dean Smith is doing quite well with him, and I think they won their last Premier League game as well. So they are doing quite well. They go away to Wolves, and it's not an easy place to go to. We're playing them tomorrow. Yeah. So whether that's going to mean anything, I don't know. Wolves did play quite a strong side, and I would have thought Wolves would have won that game, but Norwich have come out winners and through the fifth round. And then you've got Luton against Cambridge United. They win 3-0, and Tottenham, your team, Chile. How do you think they got on? I mean, obviously 3-1, winning it 3-1. Harry Kane with a brace. Looks like he's now finding his shooting boots. I thought Brighton, personally speaking, would have given him a better game. I don't know if you actually watched the game, Chile. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I thought that we played really well. We just didn't give them a chance. We were just normally when with Tottenham, it seems like the second and third ball always go to the opposition. Always. Yeah. But against Brighton, we were getting all of those balls. Do you know what I mean? And that's what makes a difference. And I just thought we were a much better team than them.
Yeah. No, I mean, look, as I said, it looks like Kane is finding his shooting boots. We'll see again tonight what happens. You're playing Southampton. Is it a tricky fixture? I mean, what you like against what Southampton like against you guys? What's your form like against them?
I think we've got a really good record against them, but Southampton are decent.
Yeah.
Is that at home? Is that?
Yeah, they're playing. Tottenham are playing at home. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna say when you go down to when you go down to Southampton midweek in the night in that windy coastal thing, it's a horrible place to go and play football.
Yeah. I mean, So Southampton have been a bit of a bogey team for us as well. You know what I mean? We beat them at home already this season. Had a very good game against them, but we've still got to go away to them. And funny enough, you're saying that Ralph Hasenhoff is looking to retire. When his contract finishes, he's retiring from football full stop.
Oh wow!
I thought he would have followed Roy Hodgson's and carry on until
that's mad.
Him and Ray. Is it Ray Lewington?
Ray Lewington,
yeah. I mean, I think they got a combined age of about 160.
You know what? I mean, he's probably not allowed to stay in the house.
Yeah, probably.
So what are you
doing there? Get out.
Get out of the house, I actually worked with a guy that did that. His missus would never let him stay in the house. So if he wasn't on assignment, he had to get out of the house and go and do something in town or whatever. He couldn't stay in the house, So that's probably what Roy Hodgson's missus is like. Sorry, Roy, but I don't want you around the house, mate. You better find another job. He said, I'm 89.
Kane 7 goals out of the last 11 games, so you can see that he is starting to find his shooting boots now.
He's playing for
how many goals has he got in the Premier League now?
5.
Wow!
Can you believe that after 20 games?
I know.
Kane's got 5 goals.
Wow! Well, he's past Aubameyang's now, so and he's past Lacazette. So we'll see what happens there. Liverpool. Cardiff City, Liverpool running out 3-1 winners. RV Elliott coming back from injury after 5 months. I mean, that injury that he had, I think it was just under 5 months. Scores a fantastic goal. Luis Diaz also with an assist on his debut. Liverpool looking quite good. And I mean, normally the FA Cup for Liverpool and the Carabao Cup. And normally those domestic cups, they don't really seem to bother about them. But there's a good chance that, one, they could win the Carabao Cup against Chelsea. Not only that, the FA Cup, there's a very good chance with Salah and Mane returning back as well. So they're going to have a much stronger side. It looks like they're going to take that seriously. And funny enough, I think Liverpool are the only team now that can end up doing the quadruple if anybody didn't know that.
Wow.
When I say that, I mean, all right,
yeah.
the league might be slightly out their reach, but they're still in the FA Cup, they're still in Champions League, and then in the Carabao Cup final.
Yeah.
So they're the only team in the league that could end up doing a, you know, if Man City drop off.
Yeah, and getting this kid back as well is like a new signing for them, you know.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
Because when he got injured, his form was phenomenal. He was playing some good football.
Yeah. I remember that game.
Like, rah.
Yeah.
So to get him back now as well. So you got them two coming back from AFCON and him.
You got him and you got Diaz.
Yeah, and Diaz as well. Yeah. I mean, that's like strengthening the squad, really and truly.
Yeah, I mean, Liverpool are going along quietly, doing their business, and yeah, we'll just have to see what happens. As I say, the Premier League, you know, they're only how many points now behind Man City? Is it 9 points? And I think they've got a game in hand.
They're not catching City.
They're not catching them, but you never know. I'm not saying that's the case, but you just never know. You know, I hope they don't. Because I don't want Liverpool to win it again. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
9 points.
9 points. But I think they got a game in hand though. Yeah. So if they win that,
the goal difference is close as well, Norman.
As well. So if they win that and they go to Man City, because they've got to go to Man City, and they're 6 points behind them. Yeah, that's going to be a real interesting game. Nottingham Forest, Leicester City, bottle job. Leicester City. Nottingham Forest, I mean, they were 3-0 up within 30 minutes in that game, yeah? Same Nottingham Forest that beat us a couple of years ago when we was under Wenger, 4-2. They slapped Leicester City, literally slapped them. And I mean, you know, Brendan came out and said, like, you know, he's quite worried with the way his team is approaching football. Do you know what I mean? The way they're just dropping off and their mentality is quite worried. But 4-1. And they had quite a strong side as well.
Yeah. I mean, you look at it, right? It's almost like Brendan's lost the plot a little bit. Or they're not trying for him. I don't know which one it is. Because it felt a little. I thought they played naive. They played straight into their hands. Some of the
literally. I mean, they were carving through them.
Awful. Yeah, it was awful.
They were carving through them like nobody's business. And the defending was just a mess, absolute mess. Amate, you know what I mean? Absolute mess. And as I said, they end up and they're the FA Cup holders as well. They're the FA Cup holders. You know, going out with a whimper, 4-1 away to Nottingham Forest. So you know,
and you know what, Norman, they're actually missing Johnny Evans at the back.
Yeah,
they really are. Yeah, he's just a good organizer.
Yeah, funny enough, some Man United fans are saying they wish they kept Johnny Evans.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Just, you know what, it's like, swap back, just swap.
Yeah.
Do over. Here's Harry, give us Evans back. I mean, my God.
Yeah. Steve Cooper, the Nottingham Forest manager, he's doing really well with Nottingham Forest, you know what I mean? Because when he took them over, I think they were like sort of like near the bottom. Now they're within a few points of the playoffs. Yeah. So he's got them playing really well and playing some good football. We move quickly to AFC Bournemouth losing to Boreham Wood 1-0 at home. Didn't really watch the game, but again, they just sort of going back in the Nottingham Forest game. I don't know if you saw the fan that came on. And
what was that about?
He's banned for life. And obviously he's been arrested, but he's been banned for life. I think he was a Leicester fan,
right? That
came on, yeah. Well, I'm not surprised he come on and started swinging the way Leicester were playing. Do you know what I mean? I saw that. Yeah, Big D. Brendan has lost the plot. We lost to Nottingham Forest a couple weeks ago. Big up Steve Cooper, knocked 2 FA Cup holders out. Yeah. Quite right there, sentiments. Quite right there, mate. Quite right. So that's it on the FA Cup. So there's been some upsets with Man United going out. Also, the other team that went out is Leicester, FA Cup holders. So there's been some shocks there. It doesn't look like Man United are going to end up with a trophy this season.
Trophyless Norman again.
Because I can't really see you winning the Champions League.
Nah.
So yeah,
that would be a fluke, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
On current form and a team that only plays for 45 minutes to go forward and win the Champions League would be like, wow.
It's
I
crazy.
think the whole tournament would be blindsided if we won it.
Yeah,
literally.
Absolutely.
There's no consistent form there to even suggest a team like that can win a Champions League. So.
Yeah. Right, let's move on quickly. Let's just move on. Let's talk about the AFCON. I don't know if anybody watched the finals. Senegal winning it for the first time in their history. Mane scoring the winning penalty, and it was quite funny because when Egypt conceded that first penalty within the first few minutes, I don't know if you saw Salah going up to the goalkeeper.
I think he's trying to mess with his head, weren't he?
Yeah. And then Mane comes along and he starts pointing in that direction, say, I'm going that way. But obviously he didn't trick the keeper. It was a good save by the keeper. But the game in itself, it was quite a scrappy game. Yeah. You know what I mean? It was quite a scrappy game.
And it probably needed an early goal as well, Norman, just to get them to come and play football.
Yeah,
you know Rather than
for the stage, it was just very scrappy. And to be quite honest, Salah doesn't look the same when he's playing for Egypt, when he's playing for Liverpool. Now that could be because obviously he's got better players around him. But it's just like they seem to be able to deal with him more. Because fair enough, I've watched him in some of the games, and he's not that fluent. You know what I mean? Beating players and stuff like that. Yes, he scored a couple of goals and a couple of assists, but just didn't look himself. But obviously, comes back to Liverpool. He's a different kettle of fish. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mane, and again, taking that penalty, the winning penalty. Mane was brave. Same. He put it in the left-hand corner. They win that game. They become the cup holders. I mean, I felt sorry. I mean, the Egyptian players were absolutely distraught after that game because it means so much to them. And I mean, the AFCON itself, it means so much to all those teams that are playing in there.
Yeah.
And I suppose a question to both of you. What I just want to get your point. You might not have watched it, or you may have watched it. What were your thoughts on the coverage throughout the AFCON? I mean, did you the times that you did watch the game, especially in the early parts when they were playing in the group stages, and I think it was on Sky, and then I think BBC got 10 of the games, and you saw some punditry going on and some stuff during half time. But during the games on Sky and the group games, is it literally the game starts, they show highlights of the first half, game starts back again, punditry starts again, and then it just finishes like that. I just want to know what your thoughts. I mean, in terms of the coverage, yes, it was on Sky, but I just felt a little bit like, it's just another cup competition, but didn't really take it seriously. I don't know what your thoughts were on that, guys.
I said all along that the press, the media, the sports channels, they disrespect it. They don't show it the respect that they show other club competitions, or not club, international competitions, sorry. Even the Copa America, they show more, you know what I mean, than what they do with Africa.
Yeah. I mean, it was only like, as I said, when the finals came on, they had, people in the studios assessing the game. The pundits were in the studios talking about the game and stuff like that. But you would have thought they would have done that throughout the group stages, because I'm sure they would have done it for obviously they do it for the World Cup. We know the the European Cup,
Euros,
and Euros, and also a Copa America. But when it came to AFCON, it was just like, just show the games, show the highlights, game finishes, bang, done.
Yeah, the problem, Norm.
No real assessment of the game or nothing.
Yeah.
For me, looking on, right, I think this country is so obsessed with the Premier League, so obsessed with Team England, that everything else is disrespected. Because I think I said a few weeks ago, there's enough quality retired African nation players that could have been in them studios and really made like understanding the culture, understanding their countries, and just been on there when their countries are playing and really giving a good account because they would understand the history of those national teams. But then it means Sky then putting some money aside to pay them to come and do that and make it a bit more professional. And like you say, the money that goes into the Euros and the after show, the pre-shows and all that, it was almost like oh yeah, over there in Africa they're doing this. So you know what, guys, we're gonna show the games at this time, and then like you say, the game finishes, black onto the next Sky show. Yeah. There's no in the studio talking and analysing them. None of that. They weren't interested. And I just think the level of disrespect, because you think how many of those players that play all around the world in the top leagues, loads, most of them, between what the Premier League, La Liga, Spain, it's all of them in the German league, and you think, wow, and I think people are annoyed because of when the tournament is. Clubs are annoyed as well. So you got the clubs moaning about losing the players. You got the bigger picture of the Premier League is the best league in the world, and you got it's Team England. The whole thing, it leaves a bad taste in your mouth. Well, for me, anyway. You just think, man, you're not disrespectful.
Mane said some supposedly controversial things about winning the cup and saying that it's the best, it's the best cup that he's won. It was almost like he was brushing aside the Premier League and whatever cups that Liverpool won.
Champions League,
Champions League, and a lot of people, Liverpool fans, were getting a bit upset. I mean, I don't do Twitter, to be honest, and a lot of people on Twitter were calling him out and stuff like that. He's just only saying, like, I'm proud to play for my country. And I don't think he meant it in any way. Do you know what I mean? I don't think
he didn't say that the other cups were rubbish or meant nothing to him. But that's the one that he's proudest of. That's up to him. You can't tell a man what he should feel about what he's achieved.
And they've never won it, Chile, as well. So just a big deal of winning it for the first time. You could see the emotion. It was so emotional
as well. That would be like England. If England were to win the World Cup, all the English players would say, "Yeah, it's the greatest achievement."
You're right, exactly.
Wouldn't they? Or if they were to win the Euros, even.
I mean, I don't know if you guys saw the footage from Dakar yesterday, and they did basically everyone just came to Dakar and they had the bus. It was insane. I couldn't believe it.
It was like, people.
It was really nice to see. Amazing.
Amazing it was. They're proud. You could see they were proud to play for their country, proud to win that cup.
And so they should be. Every player should be proud to play for their country, no matter where they come from.
And I'm sure Senegal, funny enough, Senegal and Egypt have to do a playoff, don't they, to get into the World Cup this year, the two-legged playoff.
Oh, for real? Is it?
Yeah. So that's going to be, they're going to meet again. So that's going to be really interesting.
Very intense.
Playing over two legs, at home and away. So we'll see what happens there. We'll see what happens at the end of the day. Mane did go over and console Salah. You know the other thing as well. People were moaning that really it was Egypt's fault for not, because when Salah didn't even take a penalty, he was left for how long? Right at the end, which he didn't get around to doing it, and they were saying, why didn't he let him take the penalty first? You know what I mean? Take that pressure off. But maybe that's how the manager wanted it.
Does he take penalties?
Yeah.
Salah does. Yeah. But I suppose what it was is that he put him at fifth for the glory penalty, didn't he? But they never got to the glory. No one's.
Whereas Mane took the glory penalty.
Took his one late as well, didn't he?
Yeah. Mane took his glory penalty, and
So I think Salah was fifth, so it would have been, for argument's sake, a penalty was saved, and Salah needs this one to win.
Yeah.
And 4-2, so he didn't get to take the penalty number 5, and so you make a lot of assumptions that everyone's gonna score their penalty, so that way that gives Salah the glory it being the fifth penalty taker, and then obviously how it goes. If
it's
5-5
for real
after your
for
first
real.
5 picks. So I think like any tournament though, Norman, when you get to a final, there's got to be a loser, but it's always hard to take that loss because you work so hard to get to that final. And so you can understand that the emotion on the Egyptian guys just sat on the ground and just like some of them was balling or whatever.
Proper.
So
it is what it is. Somebody has to win. Do you know what I mean?
Somebody has to lose.
Somebody has to lose, mate. Just want to Craig has addressed this obviously to me about Arsenal getting 180 million in the summer. No, this has been
I hear that every season from Arsenal fans. Oh, we've got 100 and this in the bank. We've got 100 and that to spend on players. Who did you buy the other day last month? Don't talk about money where Arsenal are concerned.
Oh my God! I just forgot. You know what, guys? I forgot to say that Chile is the actual spokesman for Arsenal FC. Yeah, I did that was his part-time job. Yeah, so just if you didn't know,
it is though. Every transfer window in the lead up, Arsenal fans say, "Oh, we've got this money, that money. We've got this money in the bank," but you never spend it. You used to say, "Oh, it's Arsene Wenger because he treats it like it's his personal money."
Yeah.
Is Arteta doing the same thing?
Well, to be honest, last season we spent 150 million. We were the highest.
That's true. Yeah,
right?
You did.
Now they're talking about us spending another 180 million. You know, a lot of the news outlets are reporting this. Do I believe it? You know, and that's the thing with Arsenal supporters. You know what I mean? We get so hyped up when it comes to, you know, you hear somebody leak out that we're gonna have 108 million. Now that could be the fact that okay, we've lost so many players off the wage bill and so on and so on. So they're working it out that, look, with all the money that we've got off the wage bill, all the dead dross that's now come out the side, they've probably got money stashed away, ready to go. They should have bought somebody in the January transfer in terms of a striker, in terms of a defensive midfielder or box-to-box midfielder. That didn't happen. Do I believe it? I'll believe it when it happens. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Look, it may not happen. You know what I mean? Because the problem with Arsenal, we leave things so late, and we just seem to be the only side in the Premier League that always trying to quibble. And you know what I mean?
Have you not heard of
Tottenham? It gets on my nerves. It gets on my nerves.
Say that again. We're worse than you.
Oh.
Us with quibbling. We've got Levy, man. It's a nightmare.
We've got Edu trying to negotiate. Like, if somebody's got a buyout clause is a buyout clause. Yeah,
that exactly.
So why are you trying to negotiate a buyout clause?
Why are you going in there lowballing?
Yeah, you know what I mean. Why is it that Chelsea, Man City, Liverpool? Here's the money. Thank you very much. Move on.
That's right.
That's why we always miss out on players. Or if not, we pay over the odds because we want to pay 50 million. Ben White is not worth 50 million.
Yeah.
Full stop. He's not worth 50 million.
You have to look at it. Our three clubs in this current time, we're probably the three worst so-called big clubs when it comes to doing business because everyone knows we're doing business for one, which is a huge mistake. So the price goes up because everyone knows that you fancy it, and then we take 6 weeks to get one player over the line.
I know. Yeah.
Like, we were chasing Adama all transfer window and then let him go. But I was going to say, is 150 mil a lot for a top 6 Premiership team, really? If you think about your gate receipts, your Premiership money from Sky and BT, your money for finishing in the top 6, is that really a lot of money? Shouldn't all of us be able to spend that?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, just going back to what we spent last season, 150 mil. Yes, it sounds a lot of money. Yeah, a third of that was spent on Ben White. Yeah, then we bought in Tavares, paid 6 million for him. We paid 17 mil for what's the midfielder's name? Somebody remind me. My memory is so bad when it comes to him. Oh gosh, what's his name? Lukonga. Yeah. We paid who else did we pay?
Odegaard or whatever his name is.
Yeah, Odegaard, we paid 30 mil, and Tomiyasu we paid around about 18 mil. But in respect, in terms of when you're spending money, you need to be spending money. You know, if you want to go for those top class players. So the 180 mil that supposedly we got to spend in the summer, yeah, right, with what we spent already, which is 150, yeah, we need to go out and get 3 decent top class players. Now, if you're gonna want to go for a top class striker, you're gonna have to be paying. I mean, Isak now, he's got what a 70 odd mil buyout clause. You've got in terms of who else is there? And so I'm just trying to think of figures. But
are they going to come to you if you don't get top 4? You can have as much money as you want.
That is the problem. That is the problem as well. That is the problem. So we end up going and shopping at Lidl's instead of Harrods. Is that so?
Yeah,
you get little players, you get little results. It's as simple as that.
But you know what? But this is how insane football is, right? Because like just then you said, "Oh, that player cost 18 mil," but it's almost like you said. It's in my mind, it's like you said that player cost 18 grand, because that's how insane the money is. That 18 mil. Like 18 million seems like a joke. Give us 18 million and we're nice. We're nice for the rest of our lives.
The rest of our life,
but in football, you say 18 million, is that it?
Yeah.
You only spend 18
and 18 mil is just going to be for a bang average player.
And that shows you how insane and out of control football is, that we almost mock an 18 million pound player. Like, oh yeah, he was only 18 mil.
Yeah.
All the pundits say, we all say it.
We can go back and remember the first £1 million player.
Right.
Yeah. And then everybody's like, whoa.
Yeah, it's not a big deal to say.
Was it Trevor Booking? Was he the first £1
million player? Yeah.
It should have been Jimmy Greaves, but he didn't want to be, so he went for 999,000
pence.
Yeah, something like that. But
do you remember when it was a big hoo-ha as well, because Roy Keane was getting 50 grand a week?
Right. Yeah.
Look now,
50 grand a week. Yeah, when he came from Forest to United or whatever it was.
But saying that was mad money then.
Yeah,
that was mad money. If you take that money, equivalent money now. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
what's Gareth Bale on? 650 grand a week.
Yeah, I mean, come on, man.
A week.
That's what I'm saying. It's insane.
And when he came to you guys, Chile, when he was on loan under Mourinho. How much was you paying?
We were paying 200.
200 every 600.
Oh yeah, and then Madrid were playing the other 4.
You imagine he's playing for you guys, and Madrid was still paying 400 grand of his wages a week.
That's
that
mad.
Doesn't make any sense, does it?
It don't make sense.
The whole thing is so out of control with these billionaire owners and you know, a 18-year-old kid on 50 grand a week, living at home with mum and dad. It gets himself in all kind of foolishness because it's too much too soon. He hasn't earned it. And so you look at even the Greenwood thing, you think it's too much too soon. You know, you get the gig shirt, you got the Range Rover, you got all this money, and you're bored.
Yeah,
he's probably bored and got himself in that situation because it's like, well,
the guys. I mean, what? He's 20. The guy's got a £2 million house, £300,000 car.
Yeah,
you know, these guys got to know how to handle this kind of money. Do you know what I mean?
Fair play to him, right? But it's still too much too soon.
Yeah.
He should have been driving a Ford Fiesta. You know that ones? No, until it's because
true.
There's no sense of value.
A lot of these players. Yeah, a lot of these players need to be grounded. That's the problem.
Yeah,
they ain't got no
exactly.
grounding.
That's the right word right there.
They're being told how good they are and everything, and
they need Alex Ferguson. Remember how he used to look after like Michael Owen, and then when they were young,
you would never see that mess under Alex.
Yeah.
All this stuff getting leaked out of the club.
Too much player power. Too much player power. Yeah.
And someone said that Ralph is exposing that, Norman, the player power. Frankie.
Oh my gosh! I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. Last night when they were playing Newcastle, and I thought, okay, they've gone 1-0 up. I thought, brilliant. Yeah, this is it. You know, Everton have turned the corner. But I'll tell you what, I watched that game last night, mate, and I'll tell you what, Newcastle, tenacious. You know, you had Ryan Fraser scoring. What a free kick by Trippier, ex-Tottenham. You know what I mean? Fantastic free kick. And, they, you know, a own goal. But they end up going and winning that game 3-1 out there now out of the drop zone. And it looks like that, which we'll come on to at the end, that, you know, Everton could end up getting sucked into the relegation fight. You know what I mean? If they're not careful, but we will come on to that when we talk about. Sorry,
I hope they do.
Yeah,
because I spoke about this entitlement that Frank Lampard has got a club with history, because Everton have got good history. If you go back to when we were at school, Everton was winning stuff, so they're a club with decent history. He's just walked straight into that club. He ain't done anything in football, and I'm just thinking.
No, he was at Chelsea. Chelsea's a bigger club than Everton.
Yeah, but he got fired, Chile, because he wasn't good enough. It was out his depth. So for him to come back and get another,
he's just going to join the merry-go-round of British managers.
Yeah, he's just become what's his name? Big Sam. He's another Big Sam now.
Yeah,
and Big Sam, Kerbersley, these guys, you know, that merry-go-round. Oh yeah, give it to him this time. Let him have it.
Where's Steve Bruce gone? Steve Bruce just
he's got the West. He's got the. I think he's got the West Brom.
West Brom, has he? Still another big club. Another big club.
And you got Roy Keane talking to Sunderland.
Roy.
Is he?
Yeah.
But all the ex-players said that he don't know how to talk to them.
Exactly.
That's the thing.
Remember, he already had a falling out with him before, didn't he?
Yeah.
He managed them before, didn't he?
Yeah.
And he got sacked.
Just leave Roy in the studio. Simple as that, mate. Don't.
No, I'll take him out the studio. I can't stand the man.
Nah. You got to put him in the studio. Don't give him a job.
Micah puts him in his place regular.
Did you see when him and who was the two players going at each other? I think it was Jamie Carragher. Was it Jamie Carragher? And
it was Jamie Redknapp.
Jamie Redknapp, yeah. And you had Jimmy Floyd sitting in between, going,
"Yeah,
what's going on here, mate?"
You know what? To be fair to Roy and Michael Richards have good chemistry. They're actually quite good together. That kind of good cop, bad cop kind of thing. I think they're doing quite well. So I like him with Micah.
Micah just laughs off half of what Roy says.
He does.
But the thing is, Roy does chat a lot of sense, but he's just so aggressive, man.
He's a grumpy old man.
He's cold. Just as he was cold
man.
When you play for Man United, he's just cold with that. He might say someone might say to him, "Yeah, he's what good football? Are you sure? What? I can't do an Irish accent, but he goes, "What are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about? Shut up, sit down, keep your mouth quiet."
Behave yourself. He's very. He's just a grumpy old man, isn't he? You know what I mean, old Roy? You know what I mean? So he's been there. He's won what he won, and he just knows football. He's just grumpy.
Yeah.
So, but like I say, I like him with Mike. I think they're quite a good double act. And I mean, they've even got commercials now. You know, they've even got their own commercials.
Yeah, I saw that one. Yeah, with is that Fred one, wasn't it?
Yeah, driving a Range Rover and all that. And I'm
like, he sits down in it, and Micah gets up, and he we go, "Get out of my way!" And he went, "Wait."
And he's even got an Instagram account now. Roy Keane with an Instagram account. You imagine?
Wow.
So he's got smart. He's like, you know what? Play the game, earn my money, and
exactly.
Stay relevant.
I'll tell you, I'm going to miss him. I'm going to miss him if he does end up going to Sunderland. You know what I mean? He'll probably be quick. As soon as he gets in there, he'll probably be out, because the way he talks to players, mate, I'll tell you what. They're so soft, these players now. I don't know if they could deal with him. Do you know what I mean? Because he's proper
snowflake, man. It's that snowflake society, mate.
Yeah, agree. Sorry, just looking at this thing again from sentiments, absolutely agree with all that you've said there, mate. All we do, I mean, the amount of training kits we push out, whether we win a game, lose a game, it's just literally training kit after training kit, more commercials, more. I mean, they spend more time on social media pushing out their PR stuff. Yeah, they need to be doing that on the pitch. Yeah, if they were so good at doing that, we would probably do much better on the pitch. I just get fed up of it. Do you know what I mean? Time and time again. Yeah, so I absolutely agree with that.
Well, a question for you, Norman. So, do you feel like you have become a commercial club like us?
Yeah, 100%, 100%, without a shadow of doubt.
Yeah.
We spend more time doing stuff off the pitch.
Yeah, it's all about them dividend checks, mate.
And I think that's if you think about football, under the years under Wenger, under Ferguson, the old school managers, they didn't have time for that.
Yeah.
You get paid to come and play football. You get paid to put those boots on. When you cross that white line, you do the business. Yeah. But because of social media, it's so massive. A lot of the time, you've got the clubs pushing it, the PR stuff, the whole commercial thing. Yeah. And that's why I think for you, with regards to your club on the pitch and even our club, as long as the money is coming in, the gate receipts are coming in, the money for the merchandise is coming in, it might be the same for you, Chile, as well. Do you know what I mean? That won't it doesn't really, okay, yeah, we finished 8th, but the money's still coming in. The Conkies are still doing well out of it. The same with the Glazers and with your owners as well, Jill. Do you know what I mean?
But when I watched the last home game and you saw Wreck-It Ralph's interview, so he's standing in front of a green screen, and I couldn't even count the sponsors on it. It was mad. I was like, we sponsored by all them things. I was just like, wow, this is mad, insane.
It's mad.
I think it was like 18 sponsors on the background behind him. 18 sponsors.
Yeah.
And I just thought, we are really commercial FC right now.
Proper commercial FC, that is it.
And he's got to stand in front of that and do his after game interview. Otherwise, he ain't getting that money from them commercials. They're all in squares. All, and it was just like, I'm not getting this. And I said, we really just become a commercial club now. Like, we'll go years without winning anything, but because we push this commercial avenues and then obviously players' image rights, because the players have to do this percentage of image rights back to the
yeah.
All that kind of stuff. So,
Mason Greenwell won't be doing that anymore. So
he lost a Nike, didn't he?
Proper, you know what I mean?
And so, but all this is revenue. So it's almost like ownership. It's like modern day slavery in our norms.
Yeah, it is when you think about it. They're tied to these people. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like,
and I just said you've got to do a certain amount of interviews, certain amount of commercials.
So even if your agent goes out and gets you a whatever it is, cereal, whatever. He got to cut them in. Even though he did all the donkey work, Man United's like, okay, I want 50% of that. Hold on.
Look at this one. Sorry to cut you. Sentiments is giving us a joke tonight. AFC stands for Accounting Fashion Club.
Money saving and big drips.
Yeah. Money saving, big drip. Oh boy, man, we are so wow. But just quickly, because time is flying, and I've got another 10 to 15 minutes at most. Just want to quickly touch on it. Your club again, Ralph, at it again, or is it just another storm in a teacup? You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Yeah, the Jesse thing. Now, Jesse saying one, he said that 3 weeks ago, Jesse wanted to stay. And so I'm thinking about a conversation, and he said, yeah, boss, I'm cool, I'll stay. But then obviously he sees things go south, and he's like, I want out of here. And it's gone back to Ralph, and Ralph said he can go. And then, so they're saying that the club blocked that, the board blocked that move, not Ralph. Now, you have to remember, Jesse's very fragile. He's already fessed up to the whole mental health situation there. So I actually believe that Jesse told him, mentally, I'm shot right now. I just give me 4 days, get my head straight. I actually believe that Jesse told him that. But does he have to tell the press conference that?
That's what I was going to say. Why do they need to?
That's what I'm saying. Just keep stuff in the house. Everything needs to be airing your laundry out there. So I do believe that Jesse was just mad in his head and said, well, if I come, I come and focus on football right now. And Ralph, new PR guy's doing well. Stuff, But I do believe there was a conversation. Yeah. And then the club have a duty of care towards Jesse because of his mental health issues before.
Yeah.
So if he was bullied in any way, I'm not saying to come with bullying, but if and he just took that badly, and then went and topped himself, you imagine. So for me, give him his 5 days, let him clear his head, and start again. But he ain't going anywhere. Like, just, you're not going anywhere. I understand you're upset. Take the rest of the week off, clear your head, and we'll see you at training on Monday or whatever.
Okay.
So I believe that was it, really.
Got a question here from Craig, just to you, D. Which manager do you want and why?
For me, I want Eric Ten Hag, because I believe he can come in and just rip up the whole nonsense. The whole the announcement. Just start again with it, because it's a new era, and I've watched him work with the younger players as well, and in Ajax, and I just think it's a good mix. But until Mark Overmars messed up, he had a good team behind him in Ajax. So Ten Hag for me. I think Poch has missed the boat. Everyone's like, oh yeah, get Poch back, but I think Poch should have came before Mourinho, maybe, or before even Oli getting it. I think you should have just paid the money for Poch and got him in when at the time. But now after Ten Hag, I would actually wait for the Spanish manager to go to the World Cup and get him in January. Luis Enrique. They're right too, but that's too obvious, isn't it? As in,
but the Ten Hag. Do you think when he comes in, if he does come in, do you think there will be any room for the likes of Cavani and Ronaldo? One,
no, I don't.
I was going to say, if you don't make it in Champions League, he'd be gone anyway.
He's gone anyway, yeah.
But if he did, that would be interesting.
Yeah, because the thing is,
you know what I mean?
He's not going to be afraid of Ronaldo, and he won't be afraid to bench him. Because he just say, at 37, I'm not playing you every week, mate. So if you want to play every week, then Man United's not a club for you. And I think Ten Hag is strong enough to say that to Ronaldo. I think when you come to United, not only do you take over the biggest ship in the world, you take over all the egos that come with it as well.
Yeah.
And so you've got to be able to say, and I suppose that's what Ralph is doing. Ollie would never do. Ralph would say, you know what? He said this, and I said, well, I'm not happy with that. But if that's what needs to happen, then do it. Ollie would never say that. He would always try and kind of sugarcoat it and say, oh, yeah, we've been watching him in training and not quite ready yet. Well, Ralph would say he's ready, but he didn't fancy it today. Mentally, he was shot. He didn't fancy it, so I didn't pick him. He didn't travel with us. Now, people are saying he shouldn't say that, but what he's trying to do is diminish the player power, which has been pushed to Old Trafford for way too long, getting managers fired and all that, because the players come together and say, yeah, we don't fancy him. Let's get him out. Because you saw it a little bit when Ralph first came in, where you could see that divide where there were some players saying, I'm actually being coached here. And other players going, what's this guy talking about? 4-2-2-2. I ain't playing that. You know what I mean? So you can see it blatantly on the pitch where they were trying to do their own thing, where you talk to maybe a Rashford, and Rashford actually admitted that, yeah, man, I like the way he's coaching me. Because he was starved. We haven't been coached properly since LVG, no. Come on, man. Ridiculous.
We're going back what? Right. Nearly 10 years?
7 years. What?
7 years?
Yeah, 8 years. LVG was here, wasn't he?
Hold on a minute. He came
after Moyes.
So when
he came after Moyes. So it's about 8 years now.
Wow.
8, yeah, and he said he hasn't been coached.
That's on quick, man.
Right, you imagine. That's what I'm saying. We are on track to do a Liverpool, mate. 30 years without a title. If we keep just making these mistakes over and over again with these coaches or managers or whatever you want to call them, we got to just like, bam. So I think Ten Hag comes in and says, right, rip up the Old Trafford way, the Man United way. We're starting again. This is what we're going to do. And build and be able to say, you know what, I don't fancy him, sell him on and sell him quickly. If like the moment Cavani comes and says, I want to go back to my play over back in my country, and you're begging Cavani to stay. We begged him to stay, Norman. That's ridiculous, mate. When does Man United beg players to stay? Fergie never begged players to stay.
No, that's what I was to say.
And this is what we've come. We've come a club that
come to this. You've come to this now. This is how far. Listen,
we need you to stay.
We have fallen so far down. It's just unreal, mate.
Mad.
I mean, you know, to the levels of Tottenham. You know what I mean?
Not judging by the last 5 or 6 years, you've been below our level. Don't worry about that.
No, you don't have to get that one. You don't have to get that one in, did it? You don't have to get that one in.
But you know, Man City are playing Brentford now.
Oh, are they? What's the score? Is it 2-0?
No, it's about to kick off, but they're going to get battered.
What time do you guys kick off? 7:45 as well? Or 8?
Yeah, so I'm going to have to jump off because I've got guests
let's just quickly move. So, obviously, it's probably then you're saying it. Is it a storm in the teacup then? That will blow over?
Yeah, and I think they had to just let Jesse just go clear his head because of what went down with the mental breakdown and stuff. Yeah, you can't have a player going over the edge because he feels like the club have bullied him. And he was gutted. And he should have said at West Ham, like I said, he should never have come back to us. West Ham put an offer for him, and they underlined and said, Ollie promised him. No, bro. You found your form at West Ham. Just stay put and enjoy your football.
He's done really well at West Ham.
Yeah, and whoever his agent was didn't advise him correctly to come back to us. He found his form. He got his head straight.
So, okay, let's move on quickly. Questionnaire to everybody. What's with the football world? Do they think they're above the law? And the reason why I say that, right, they must think they're above the law. The reason why I say that, we got the situation with Kurt Zuma, who thinks that a ball with 4 legs and a tail is a football. Right?
I mean,
you know,
you saw the video, right, Norm?
Yeah.
Not only did he drop kick the cat, he actually backhanded the cat as well.
Yeah,
was
that when his boy was holding the cat?
Yeah, he gave him a backhander after he just kicked him. I mean, drop kicked him. It was like, bro, what? And the thing is,
I mean,
his brother filmed that, you know, Norm. His brother filmed that.
I heard his brother filmed it. I mean,
and apparently his brother plays for a non-league club, and they've let him go.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah, apparently they've terminated his contract as well.
It's just mad, but they fined Kirk £250,000. Yeah, and as the RSPCA have come and taken all the cats from him. Do you know what I mean? You know,
for me, that's punishment enough. I don't think West Ham should be forced to sack him or anything.
Yeah, I mean,
what he done, it was bad, but it wasn't. Yeah, you've seen footballers do a lot worse. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think you know the papers and the news. They like to swing it. They said, David Moyes, animal loving David Moyes, backs. So, backs him, but he was saying, obviously disappointed with it. But animal, I mean, when they start putting these little things on it, I'm thinking, come on, man. You know what I mean? Just say it as it is. Yeah, he's done wrong. Bang. You know what I mean? I know some people want to make more of it. Some people are saying that he should be banned, and the RSPCA and people.
Arrest him.
Yeah.
If the RSPCA have come and taken the cats off him, then that's a move, and he should be never allowed to own pets ever again.
Yeah, it's just
especially in this country.
Yeah,
and so
why go and post it? You know what I mean? It's just.
Because they're thirsty,
why do that in the first place?
Yeah, true. I'm not condoning the kick, and then post it. But I'm saying, why do that in the first place?
Yeah,
right. Can you imagine? And you actually knew that because people laughed in the background, people watched him do it, and and so he knew the brother filmed it.
Yeah,
and he carried on.
Yeah,
I remember that was only what was that? 15 seconds of film,
right?
So
and you're just like. Yeah,
could it have been longer? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
who knows? But he's been fined. But obviously there's a load of memes going around about him. I won't show the ones that Chili sent to me. But yeah, there's a load of memes going around. There's a load of memes. And then just quickly, Overmars, you kind of hinted it on it with him and his sex texting.
Yeah, it sounds like this has been going on for a minute, and then someone's blew him up.
Yep. And he's literally had to walk. He's
literally no compensation and nothing. Get out of here. I mean, come on, man. And he's married as well. It's not a single bloke doing that. And even then, it doesn't even excuse it as a single bloke. But you're a married man doing that. What is wrong with you?
I mean, Van der Sar was really, devastated about the whole thing because they played together, worked together. They had a good thing going in Ajax, and now, we was because we was hoping that, he would probably come to Arsenal as a director of football. That ain't gonna happen. So we don't know what the future holds. I mean, maybe later on down the road when that's all blown over. But it's just so many things going on in football off the pitch. It's just
can't keep up with it, can you?
What's that?
You can't keep up with it. It's like every day there's some madness getting leaked or something.
Yeah.
And you have to, like I say, a lot of it is too much too soon. And I think if they decided to start we're gonna start capping salaries and bringing in performance related stuff, you'd see people knuckle down, Norman. Just knuckle down. Yeah.
This from Craig again. He goes, Normski, if Arteta did get the sack, knowing the Kroenkers, they would bring in Mertesacker. I wouldn't be surprised. Would not be surprised. Would not be surprised. Again, both clubs need to get off the commercial route and focus on the structure and infrastructure of the club and let go of sentiments. Yeah,
exactly.
And Man United were known as Sentiment FC. You know what I mean? I've heard David Attenborough was knocking on the door as well. that's from Craig. Loads more stuff coming in. Yeah. I mean, another point here. Should have a psychiatric evaluation and consoling.
Yeah.
For real.
It's
community service.
Yeah. Well,
get something, man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. He needs to go out there and do some things like, they should make him walk the dogs at a dog shelter for a week and clean up all the poop as well. The ones like let him give him a reality check.
Craig has offered a solution here for Overmars.
Oh, why was Overmars doing that?
Oh, I'm taking that Tottenham nearly scored there.
Southampton nearly scored.
Oh, come on, Southampton.
Well, I'm saying that, as you said, Norman, about Norwich. Timo Pukki scored already, mate, against Palace.
Oh, are they playing at
Norwich up against Palace?
Yeah, 1-0 already, yeah.
Are they playing away or home?
I'm not sure.
Norwich are at home.
Yeah, I think they are. Wow. Yeah.
I tell you, Dean Smith is doing really well, mate.
I mean, the only thing that goes against them right now is their goal difference. It's horrendous.
Yeah,
it's really bad. It's like 31 goals or
something. But I think if they win this game, that'll be 3-3.
He scores in the first minute.
But the Newcastle are doing well at the bottom. Burnley done all right in their last match.
Well, Newcastle now are out of the drop zone. I don't know as it stands, the current standing tables with Norwich 1-0 up at the moment. I don't know whether that's changed.
Well, if it stayed at 1-0, they would just leapfrog Newcastle into 17th.
Yeah,
and then would have a game in hand.
Right. Okay.
So they go to
that takes
19 points, same points as Everton, but with a worse goal.
Well, that takes us nicely onto the last point before we close off, and that's who is for the drop. Obviously, now in the business end of the season. And obviously the 5 players that come to mind, or 5 managers, should I say, that come to mind are let's see if I can open this up. Is you got Roy Hodgson, Craig? No, it's not Craig. Burley. It's not Craig Burley. Sean Dice.
Sean Dice. Yeah.
What have I got Craig Burley on my mind? Lampard and Dean Smith.
I mean, could you imagine Lampard getting Everton relegated? You wouldn't even be.
So I just want to kind of quickly get from all of you and in the chat, who are the 3 likely managers to take their club down? Knowing that what you're seeing now, right?
Yeah.
Sean Dyche, Hodgson. No. Who's at Newcastle?
He's managing. What's his name?
Hodgson's at Watford, isn't he?
Oh yeah, Watford. Yeah, Watford. Hodgson.
Yeah.
And who's at Newcastle?
Oh, what's his name?
Oh gosh. Another one of them. They're marrying
my brain cells, man.
Well, Newcastle anyway.
Yeah. To be honest with you, I think I think the first two are goners, and I think Newcastle and Norwich are going to fight out that third spot to get relegated. I think you'll see them just keep yo-yoing, keep going back and forth. It could be dramatic. Last game of the season drama.
Eddie Howe, that's it.
Eddie Howe.
Eddie Howe, yeah.
And it's another one of those managers that are just in the pool of managers. That
and you know, the interesting thing is with Eddie Howe, if Eddie Howe does keep Newcastle up, and they go into the summer on a mad spending spree, do you think, all right, they've obviously given him, I don't know what they think is, it might be a 2-year deal.
Yeah.
Do you think they'll be ruthless enough to say, well, now that we've got all these top quality players, Eddie Howe, take these guys to the next level, or would they sack him in the summer?
No,
even though he's get them up.
Have you seen the woman that spearheaded it?
Yeah, I've seen.
Yeah, man, this woman looks mad. Like she'll do anything. She don't care. She's a gangster. You can see that.
Yeah, man, she's proper. So, when she's looking at you, mate, she ain't messing about.
Yeah, if she says, you know what, we're going to take care of you, but you will be gone in the summer, then you'll be gone in the summer, mate. There'll be no debating with her, that's for sure.
And that's my fear. I just think that if they end up staying up, they are going to spend money in the summer. They've got the money to do it. I'm just wondering whether Eddie Howe's job will be safe, or would it be a case of like, okay, he manages the side, and if they're starting to do a little bit bad, maybe for the first couple of games in the season, that would be the excuse to say, you know what, boom, because we now can pay a top manager because now we've got the players in. A lot of those players that will come, they're not going to come for Eddie Howe, they're going to come for the money. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and the thing is, I think it's imperative that Newcastle stay up with the owners that they have. If they go down, I mean, do you attract good players in League One, knowing that you should come straight back up in theory?
Right. So you're saying then players that will go down, it's a classic one. Newcastle will do what Man City did, with Hughes and Pellegrini. Absolutely agree with that, Craig. Yeah, absolutely. So just quickly before we go, do you Burnley, Watford,
and then I'm going to say Norwich, unfortunately, because of the goal difference.
Right.
I think the goal difference has got them.
Newcastle,
at the moment,
Newcastle and Everton to survive.
Yeah. At the moment, Norman, that minus 32 goal difference is criminal for Norwich. I think that hurts them in the long run. There's a lot of goals to pull back. So, yeah.
What's the name? He's dropped out.
I think he was crackling there, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was crackling away. You know what I mean? He's probably getting excited over his game. You know what I mean? But you know, I think with regards to the Lampard, I mean, mate, the job is not going to be easy. It's going to be a tough job. You know, I did think him coming into the game, especially, you know, beating Brentford, I thought, okay, new looking, you know, with Dele Alli back in the side. He's obviously in the side, Van der Beek. I thought, they look like
you look at Van der Beek, he's got a ball out, you know, Norm.
Yeah.
If Van der Beek doesn't do well there, then I think he's kind of finishing this.
Did he start the game? Did he start the
No, I don't think he started either of them. I think they both came off the bench, you know.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I don't think either of them started.
Okay.
And this was
so that would have been the Brentford game and the Newcastle game. He didn't start. Both of them didn't start. I know definitely Dele came off the bench in the Newcastle game, but I don't know for Van der Beek if he started it.
So this was for the
FA Cup. Yeah, the FA Cup game. Who started? Did he start? Did Van der Beek start in that game?
Yeah, I'm just checking for you now. For some reason, I don't think. Let me see.
Lampard, another vibes manager. Yep. Vibing. Yeah, I can't remember if he started. But yeah,
no, he wasn't. For the Brentford game, he wasn't in the squad, mate.
Oh no, you know why? They're both cup tied.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they were both cup tied. Just remember now.
I was just looking now, thinking, yeah.
I think you might be right with regards to them both probably coming off the bench in the Newcastle game.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. I didn't really see too much of Dele Alli, so I really don't know how he sort of fared in that game.
Yeah.
But as you say, it's going to be a fight for Everton. Sentiment saying Everton are going down. Oh, yeah, he didn't start yesterday. Okay.
Yeah. I'm just checking Everton again.
Yeah. He didn't start. He didn't start yesterday, according to sentiment.
Now he's on the bench. He came on. He came on. But yeah, he's on the bench, Norms.
Yeah. Norwich scored in 39 seconds. In that game.
Yeah. He came off with the first minute. Yeah.
Quick.
Timo Pukki. But you look at that, and I was always concerned when both Dele Alli and Van der Beek were going to Everton, because Van der Beek needs to be playing because he wasn't playing at Old Trafford. So you go there and you're still on the bench, man. That doesn't help your cause at all. And and it's not like they were pulling up trees. So surely you got Andre Gomez, you got Alan there, you got Coleman, you got Townsend. Surely these two dislodge one of them four. But
Ali was all right. Had a little catch up on no Perry sourcing.
Right. And old Frank got clap up, mate. Newcastle really came back and handled their business.
Yeah.
So
madness. Just quickly before we go, I don't think Chile's going to be ending up coming back on. Just a situation with Uber going to Barcelona and kind of threw some shots at Arteta, outgoing shots at Arteta, basically saying that he didn't know why he had a problem. Obviously, he had a problem, with him, and Arteta's come out today and saying that Arteta was basically saying, I was not the problem, I was the solution. So was gonna.
He's got a huge ego though, normally Arteta.
Yeah.
And so even if he's never going to admit that there was any wrong on his part.
Yeah. Craig, what was that? Put that in the chat. What was the question you was going to ask Chile before we close off?
Yeah.
Have they got any trophies in their cabinets or anything like that? Is that what it's going to be? The Uber situation. Listen, it's gone now. Hopefully, we can just focus on tomorrow's game against Wolves away. It's going to be a tough game, but if we win that game, we jump above you on goal difference.
Yeah.
Obviously, Tottenham are playing tonight, so they could end up, going fifth, I think.
I'm just checking the let me see. West Ham are fourth right now on 40 points.
Yeah, 40 points.
Yeah,
and I think if Tottenham win, do they go to 39 points?
Yeah, 39 points. If you guys win, obviously you go to 39 points.
Yeah, we'll
go.
Yeah,
but with a better goal difference.
Yeah.
So you're going to fifth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, Tottenham's goal difference is worse than ours. Ours is +6. Theirs is +2. You guys are +8.
Yeah.
So you guys leapfrog us on the same points with a game in hand over us still.
As well, yeah.
Yeah, 20. Yeah, we played 23. You played 21.
Okay, so this is the question: who was Tottenham's ever best players? I would say Greavesy, Gascoigne, and Ginola. Yep, I would probably agree with that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I would definitely agree with that.
David Ginola.
David, definitely. So, Captain had to bust shots, bang bang on the solution. No, he took the easy solution and ran, pushed him away the problem, and that was it. Yeah, and that's the problem with Arteta. He just doesn't know how to work with, big time players. Yeah, it just seems like he can't handle them.
And the thing is, it's left you guys seriously light up front. I feel like it's left you guys so light up front where you're really going to have to rely on your midfield to pull.
Yeah, because we're contemplating whether we play with a false nine, with Pepe coming back. He'll probably end up starting with Lacazette tomorrow. Pepe will probably be on the bench. He'll start Saka on the right, Martinelli on the left. I pray and hope that he doesn't bring on Eddie Nketiah before Pepe. I really do, because you know what I mean. But listen, we'll see what happens. Norwich went there, beating 1-0. You never know, but it is going to be a tough game. They are one of the teams in the league that has conceded the least amount of goals. It's just that going forward, they don't score a lot. So
Wolves are a handful. And,
that's the problem.
And they do defend their home ground very well.
Yeah.
You give them props on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
But listen,
Liverpool are home to Leicester, so
yeah, we'll see. We'll see what. Yeah. Well, Liverpool should win that game. They should win that game.
Yeah. Leicester.
Brendan, as I say, Brendan seems to be bottling it now. So yeah,
that's the problem, man.
They're gonna end up winning that win. But listen, D.
Yes, man.
It's been a pleasure, guys. In the chat,
As
thank you
always.
again for your contribution. It's been another lively one this evening. So much to talk about. I'm sure next week we'll be back on again, talking all things the Premier League, the weekend that's gone. I didn't. Funny enough, this week I didn't do it. I normally would have done it. Obviously with the Premier League coming back, I would have looked at the table, the full table. But we'll look at that next week. See where we're at. Hopefully, Arsenal would have won their game. I think we play Wolves twice this month. After we play them tomorrow, we play Brentford at home and then Wolves at home. So it could change. It could change. I'm hoping that we will find our form going away to Dubai, getting that warm weather training. We'll come back ready to go. So hopefully we'll see what happens. Thanks again. Big respects to Normski, Big D, Chili. Thank you again. Thank you for watching.
Great. Nice one, bro.
Everybody else, listen, please like, subscribe, and share. Hit that subscribe button. Share it. Tell your friends. Look out. Put your notifications on for next week. We will be back again. Next week. And we'll see how we go concerning the Premier League. And if there's any more antics from, the Man United fans. And
they just need to behave now, Norman. I'm kind of done with it.
Behave yourself.
Just get on with football.
Behave. Yeah, they need to wear. They need to wear DT's hat. That's what they need to do. Yeah,
right.
Yeah, but listen, guys. Thank you again. Take care. God bless, and we'll see you on the next What's Going On podcast. Take care.
Yeah, take care, guys.